What is going on, guys? It's your boy Danzy back at you with a brand new video, and in this one we are going to be reviewing WWE Summerslam 2019. It was quite a long show, but in all, it was actually a really good show. What did you think about it?
It was a really good show. Like you said, quite a long show. Pretty solid for what it was. A lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I agree, because they had like a lot of special guests. Like people come out. Like I didn't really expect to see. Like they had Edge come out, which is pretty funny.
On the pre-show. On the pre-show.
On the pre-show. Like they had Edge come out, and I think it was during when Elias was doing like a little set or something. He was talking trash about Toronto and Canada, and next thing you know, there's the pop of fucking Edge, and he just comes out, doesn't say much of anything. He's still looking pretty well, but he came out and just speared the living hell out of Elias and just walked out like a champ.
And I can't believe they actually did that on the pre-show.
Right? I was not
instead of like
that.
the main show or whatever.
Then what was the other person that came out on the pre-show that wasn't? Something else happened on the pre-show. I can't remember what it
Eric
was.
Rowan came out and attacked Buddy Murphy on the pre-show, which is also something you wouldn't think would happen on the pre-show.
And I didn't even know.
Usually
what
the pre-show doesn't have anything like.
Yeah, see, I hardly ever watched the pre-show, but like when I was watching the pay-per-views, I thought it was just like feel like BS, you know.
So yeah, but we're gonna run through. We kind of compiled the list here of the matches on the card. We're gonna run through them and give our thoughts on those.
All right, let's go ahead and let's go to video number one.
The very first match that happened was Becky Lynch and Natalya in a submission match. So what do you think about that one?
I don't know. I thought this was actually a really solid match. Like they was very technical with each other. At one point, you know, Natalya had freaking Becky Lynch and a sharpshooter on the top, like the very top of the rope, and just holding it there. I thought that spot was really cool. What about you?
Yeah, she superplexed her off the top rope was another spot.
Actually, that looked like it hurt.
So Becky actually won the match ultimately, and you know it was okay. Nothing special to write home about.
See,
it was okay to start the show off with. I'll give it that.
I will give it that. It was a nice opener for a show. Nice, like fucking glass break, if you will say. But I would, for Becky Lynch, like she is a main eventer in my opinion. I felt like they should have gave her this match with a better person, and like later on in the show, you know,
lower down the card. Yeah.
Because being an opener, opening the show is actually a good spot. You're the first person to come out, and also like the main event is also.
But then again, nothing really happened, so.
It was kind of
bland opening.
Yeah, but what do you expect for opening show? Opening match really.
Okay, so then after that let's move on to Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. Now this one here, there's some things to talk about with this.
This match was so funny.
You know, didn't know what to expect looking at this. I figured Ziggler was going to get squashed, obviously.
Oh yeah, like I had the feeling.
Which ultimately he did get squashed. It was probably like a minute or two long of the match.
Really short. I agree.
What surprised me, Ziggler started off getting some kicks in, like Shawn Michaels' switching music, super kicks. And I thought Ziggler was going to actually try to kick Goldberg's ass for a couple minutes anyway. Didn't last long.
No, like
he speared him right like 2 or 3 times, and
it didn't help in the fact that the whole time, you know, after Goldberg won the match, it was over and done with. He was just egging him on, like basically saying, you know, you can do all this, but you can't fight me as a man, or something like that. Which
he cut a promo. Yeah, after the match, Ziggler cut a promo.
And he got speared like 2 or 3 times after the match.
Yeah, basically Ziggler got buried.
Because like Goldberg left like twice, went to the back, and he came back out twice because Ziggler just would not shut up. And it was crazy.
I don't know, man, what I think.
Ziggler, I respect him, but
he got buried. He really just got buried in this segment. I'm sorry, but he really did.
I agree. He ruined the character himself, honestly, by just the way he acted, honestly.
Alright, so let's move on a little bit. We gotta keep going here. AJ Styles versus Ricochet.
This was a good match, but
US title.
It was a good match. It was, you know, what you expect from AJ. AJ's a hell of an athlete. Ricochet's a hell of an athlete, but it was kind of bland in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, and then of course the interference with the club is what they're calling it now, the OC.
Oh yeah. See, I like the club actually.
OG club or whatever they're calling it nowadays.
I think it is the OG club.
And so there's a little bit of interference there with that. Ultimately, AJ hit he hit a cool style splash on him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He pinned him 1, 2, 3. Nothing to write home about there.
Which is, you know, okay, because this is what, like, the 3rd match of the night or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just kind of, just I hate to say it, kind of like one of those matches you go like for a break or something like that,
Yeah.
Like the third and fourth match in the night kind of like just your time to go to the bathroom or like break most of the time, which is kind of sad from AJ Styles because
I knew AJ was probably gonna win that.
So. Oh yeah, no doubt, yeah.
And then what's the next match here?
Oh man.
Ember Moon versus Bayley, SmackDown Women's Title.
See, I love both these girls, or women rather. Like they're hella athletes. Damn, this match could have been a little bit better, honestly. It was kind of just sloppy in a way. It's kind of short too, in a way.
Yeah, nothing really special here. Bayley, I noticed this. The crowd is starting to turn on Bayley now. I think her gimmick is kind of getting stale. And people are getting tired of it. Really, just beyond kids, are the only people that.
Because yeah, when she went out and did her little like hand sign, like the crowd was just.
I think it's appealing to pretty much to kids now at this point.
Which is weird because
Ember Moon should have got this, but she lost.
Did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. I think Ember Moon should have got it though.
Which I thought she would have, like, because Ember Moon's awesome. Just her get up and how she carries herself. And she can do some crazy moves, honestly, too. So she makes for a hell of a champion. I hope to see her like a women's champion down the road, honestly.
So she didn't get it, but Bayley won that one. So nothing else happened after that. Then we move on to Shane versus Kevin Owens. This one had a few shenanigans in it.
Oh man, this match was so good.
It was good. Kevin Owens was so over here because it was in Toronto. Elias came out as a special enforcer for Shane.
Which I thought was kind of funny. They should have just made him the special ref.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid, but they had a couple shenanigans here and there with that. So back and forth with that. Elias distracted the ref to keep Kevin Owens from winning a couple times. Kevin had the chair. He was going to hit him with a chair.
See, that's what I thought was funny too. Yeah.
So there was some shenanigans there. At the end, Kevin Owens low blowed Shane, right? And then he stunned him.
Yeah, that's how he won, yeah.
That's how he won. He had knocked the ref out. He had apparently knocked out Elias and the ref. And then came out and did the low blow and the stunner to Shane to win. The place went nuts for it.
That they did, actually.
So you have to give him that. Hopefully Shane's out of the picture at this point.
Which, I mean, that would be nice because Shane's been pushed for a little while now because ever since, what was it, he won that big match that made him like the superstar.
Yeah.
Whatever the biggest superstar, whatever. Well, I can't remember
Yeah,
what it's called now,
that Saudi Arabia turkey thing.
yeah, that.
Somebody
Ever
tell
since
us. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody let us know.
For real, let us know. But ever since then, Shane has got so far up his own ass. And I'll take away from Shane. He's been a hell of an athlete, but he took a break, and it's nice to see him. I liked it when he was running, SmackDown and everything, which honestly is a lot better now since, Bischoff's running things. But all in all, I'm not surprised at the finish this match. It was kind of funny that it was an I Quit match as well. And
Was it?
Yeah. Because remember, if he lost, Owens lost.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
And
which we knew that probably wasn't going to happen anyways.
because he's so over, like he said, like Owens is just so popular now. I couldn't see Vince just cutting him, so they had to give him that match. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump into the next one, which is, I believe, Trish Stratus and Charlotte, is it?
Yes, Charlotte and Trish Stratus.
This
I can
match
talk
was
about
actually
that.
good. Like,
This here, yeah. Actually, we were talking about this while it was going on. It could have possibly been the match of the night, almost.
yeah,
It's up for debate, but it was really good.
I agree.
Really good, actually. Didn't know what to expect from it. Trish looked really good in this. What do you think?
Like,
They
I
both look
agree,
really good.
because the spots where she took, like, Charlotte's own move, like the figure eight, and she was able to hold it for a good amount of time. I love that spot. I honestly thought she was actually going to beat her with that, but I guess she isn't conditioned to do, like, that kind of move, so she can hold as long, and the part where freaking Charlotte, I think it was Charlotte got big booted, had
Yeah,
big booted
I think so.
Trish or something like that. That looked really awesome as well. Like, it looked like that hurt a lot. And then they had the little slap fight in the ring, and they're just slapping each other back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
That was pretty cool. And it was just all in all, a very technical match. And just then you have the fucking shot where Flair fucking hits her face hard on the turnbuckle, and it was just, I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good match. It could have been match of the night. I agree.
Yeah, and the takeaway from this, there was a little bit of a segment at the end of this. They were teasing it to be like, is this Trish Stratus's last ever match? They gave her like a standing ovation at the end. I hope there's more to come with this. That's what we were discussing.
Yeah.
Also, like, they need to give her another run for like a couple months or so. Maybe go for the belt or get the belt even, or at least try to fight for the belt and go to like WrestleMania. Let her have one more run.
That'd be nice.
And then send her off or whatever.
So
she can ride off into the sunset.
For real, like, she's still young. She's only like 43, and she still has, she has enough time to actually put on a little bit of a run.
She did really good in this match to make me think that that's what they should do.
She did. Like, she sold it well, and then she actually kept up with Charlotte, which was, Charlotte's a hell of an athlete on her own. She's on another level. You're talking about Ric Flair's daughter on another level. So to keep up with her is really good in my books, honestly.
So, we'll see what's to come of that, whether that's the send-off match or, whether there's more to come with it.
Oh, man. And now we get into...
Then we start getting into some of the main events.
Oh, man. This match.
This one here, there's a little bit to talk about here. Kofi Kingston versus Randy for the WWE title. Now, they promoted the hell out of this. There's a damn good story with this. It goes all the way back to when they were, what is it, like 10, 11 years ago?
I think it's like 10 years ago.
A lot of you might have seen this. You probably know they had a rivalry way back, and Kofi was supposed to go over and get this big push, and Randy said no. Supposedly there was some backstage politics involved in that.
And basically it's because that one little scene where he goes for an RKO, misses it. Like,
it was
Kofi does the botch, yeah, and Randy's just pissed, and he's just not happy, and just basically undercuts and undersells Kofi, and just makes him not want to be workable.
So, of course, they actually tied this. Well, like they actually tied that whole thing into this match, which made it really good. Like, they really sold it to like these guys really hated each other. They wanted to kill each other.
And that was awesome though.
So it was a good match. The intensity in this was good. What do you remember from this match? Any good spots?
Like I remember the freaking spots is like when they're in the turnbuckle and I think Kofi was doing a move to Randy and Randy just jams his thumb in his eye, and that's some hard and that's like back in the day type
like
stuff.
The old school Randy type
that's
stuff.
what I like. And Kofi dives off the stairs, like when he's on the top of the like turnbuckle and like Randy just pushes him off and he just crashes into the barricade outside. That looked like that hurt.
Yeah, they tried to put out like a lot of old school stuff from both of them.
Then you got the spot where freaking Randy picks up Kofi and just like slams him as hard as he can on the announce table, and there's a lot of spots in the match that was pretty cool actually. Then you had, I think he did
and
shit, can't remember what it was now.
Before you get into that, let's talk about that finish there.
What about the finish?
It was kind of a screwy finish, guys. Do you remember the finish for this match?
Vaguely.
The no count out, no contest.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about this here. It's worth talking about because so he did hit a RKO out of nowhere, of course, which
that's to be expected with Randy, honestly, at this point.
We thought, is this the end of it? And apparently there was some kind of like scuffle. It kind of glitched at this point, so that's why we don't really remember.
Yeah, like we messed up.
But there was like a little skit, they go outside and are brawling outside. Apparently they both got counted out.
Yeah, that's what I remember seeing. Like, it comes back to like what it's showing, and it's just them getting counted out.
So, pretty underwhelming finish there. They're setting up for a rematch, I'm guessing.
That's what I feel
on this, and Randy's probably going to end up taking it on the next one.
Because honestly, I feel like after he hit that move, if he wanted to have been laying there laughing like he was, and just kind of taking his time and just covered him, I feel like he could have won. But I guess for the sake of the story or whatever they're going for, they want a rematch at some maybe WrestleMania or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for, or whatever the next big pay-per-view.
Because honestly,
they're gonna have a.
Like I was telling him, I didn't really see going to this that Kofi's going to lose the title. I feel like they want to keep it on Kofi to at least WrestleMania probably, or a bigger pay-per-view, you know.
But I think Randy will end up getting it for him though.
I can see that. Yeah, I can feel like Orton getting this final run because I'm starting to feel like Orton's probably getting tired of the bullshit in a way after the years. Which I love Orton. I'm a big Orton fan. He's my favorite wrestler.
He wants to be on top. He's been kind of mid-card for a while.
They've been underselling him, and I'm not happy about that, honestly.
So we'll see where that goes. Let us know what you guys think, because, like I said, the finish was just kind of neat. So, and here's the thing, guys. Here's a big thing of this. You know, we're 7 matches in. There's been a lack of swerves on this pay-per-view. I'll say that. A lack of, like, holy shit moments or OMG moments.
That is true.
So far, you know, there's 2 matches left. They haven't done anything so far. Let's get into the final 2 matches, and then we'll come back to that. So, the next one is also very interesting.
I was not like...
What do you think?
I was so hyped to see... I'm a big fan of Bray Wyatt and himself, and when I found out he was actually reinventing himself as The Fiend, as he calls himself, and then he cut his promos on Raw and all that, and it was just so badass. And then he comes out tonight, and it's just the whole outfit, what he was wearing was just so scary, and he redone his song, and it was just perfect, in my opinion.
Yeah, so Bray versus Finn Balor. Like you said, yeah, he had like a whole new theme song. You know, I didn't know what to expect either. I didn't know if he was just gonna, you know, pop up in the ring.
Yeah.
Was gonna be his entrance and no actual. Oh no! Then he had the head.
Oh yeah.
His old head was the gimmick they were going for.
Yeah.
Was the lantern? If you remember his old lantern entrance. He kept his old lantern entrance. If you guys haven't seen this, try to describe it to him best you can. So.
Basically, it's just like Bray Wyatt. Whatever he looked like before, now, like the color he had to his head. Just think of like Bray Wyatt holding his own head with a light coming out of his mouth. That's pretty much the best example.
That was the lantern, and then you had his old entrance as the entrance they used.
And it was so heavy.
With the Fiend mask, and you know the song was a lot heavier and darker. And it was like really metal type, you know, like dark, and. You know, the crowd was popping for it. If you haven't seen it, if you get a chance to go back and YouTube it, check it out. That was probably the pop of the night for that. They go in there and have a decent match, him and Finn Balor. It was pretty short.
That's what I was like, yeah, it was a relatively short match, actually.
Finn acted like he was, you know, scared of this Fiend or the gimmick. Well, ultimately, Bray beats him with the mandible claw.
Which
which
see
is his new finisher now.
I see this leading up to actually be the Demon Finn Balor versus the Fiend, honestly. I feel like this was just, you know, an interest to this feud. And it appears like I'm looking forward to that, actually.
Yeah, so that's, you know, nothing really to write home about with that one either. It got a pop. You got to pop. You know,
definitely. Everybody was happy to see Bray back.
And Bray looks really good here.
He's definitely done some work on himself, and his character is just so awesome.
So then we come to the main event.
This is great.
Seth versus Brock for the Universal title. What? You know, this just went off pretty fresh.
Actually, this went off, what, like 5, maybe 10 minutes ago?
Probably like more like 15.
Well, actually, yeah, we were on this video for, what, like 20 minutes now?
Yeah.
But yeah, like... So that was like, what, 30 minutes ago, probably, so...
Right, so yeah, but what'd you think? Yeah.
Like, it started like I pictured Brock coming in, you know, just suplexing everywhere, just taking it to town on Seth. Basically just ragdolling him around. So I wasn't surprised on that end. But man, when he came in and just started like... Seth just out of nowhere started just kicking and getting some defense and actually fighting back against Brock, which you don't see a lot of in some matches.
Yeah, it surprised us, like... Way better than we thought it was going to be.
Like, I always personally thought it would be a squash.
Brock actually did some shit in this, kind of, and took some moves, more than you would think he would. Seth did this big dive, like a Shawn Michaels type dive
That was awesome.
turnbuckle into the announcer table. He hit like 3-4 curb stomps in this.
Yeah, I think it was like, yeah. Because I remember he hit the 2, then he went to kick out. Then he kicked out of those, and he went for some crazy third one, and that's how he ended up beating him.
Yeah, it's actually really good. Like, I'm surprised that they did this for it. And then the shock of the night, he beats Seth beats Brock with the curb stomp.
I couldn't believe it, honestly.
Which nobody really saw coming.
Like, that blew my mind, him winning that match, because I didn't think they would drop the belt off Brock, honestly, tonight.
But that, our question after that was, where do they go from here? Like, what's next? They flip-flop the belt back and forth between the two guys.
That's true.
So now what the hell? Are they going for a third match, like a rubber match?
They might as well. Like,
What's the end game of this? Or is Brock going off to do some other stuff and come back later at WrestleMania or something?
I can see it.
Who is Seth going to fight next? What's going to happen? That remains to be seen, I guess.
That is true. And I just want to add one more thing. Like, I like Brock. I'm going to say this. I've been a fan of him since he's been around. But his title runs, it's great to see him around every once in a while, but his title runs are kind of not that good, honestly. Because he doesn't show up like a normal champion. And it's cool having, a match manhandled by one person every once in a while, but I don't want every match with that champion. Granted, a champion's supposed to fight and win all the time, but not manhandle. Let your opponent do some defense and sell the match, and don't just squash your opponent. That's my biggest gripe about Brock, and that's why I don't really want him as a main top tier title holder. I know, I'm sure a lot of people in the comments are going to disagree with me. That's fine. Let me know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, But here, like I said, he actually took a lot of moves from Seth.
Yeah, he sold it well tonight.
I really think he's trying to put Seth over here.
I feel like that. Yeah, I agree. I feel like he put him over tonight because I feel like you're saying he might be going somewhere else to do something else or something like that.
Yeah, or either he just really thinks Seth is worth.
And Seth
is
is
worth the time of it, putting him over. And they may have a third match, like a rubber match.
I would like to see that, actually. They put on good matches here.
It remains to be seen where they go from here, really. Now, I got a couple more notes. There was a couple things on the side here, like, there's one thing I do want to bring up, guys. So, Danny D pointed this out to me. Bret Hart actually shows up on one of the backstage segments.
Yeah, that was funny, just randomly.
To congratulate Seth on his match coming up against Brock.
Maybe that was just a good luck charm from old Bret Hart.
The reason we're bringing this up, I thought it's kind of funny because Bret Hart was just on AEW, for Double or Nothing, like a month ago?
Something like that.
Or whenever their pay-per-view was. Or was it Double or Nothing or the one before that?
It was one or two.
But he was just on their debuting their title belt. And now all of a sudden he shows back up in WWE a month later. Is he just coming and going as he pleases, doing what he wants?
That's what it seems like, actually.
Somebody will let us know. So we'll see what... I don't know, I just thought that was kind of interesting that he just popped up there.
It was kind of funny because I didn't expect to see him there.
I kind of thought AEW might have, tried to sign him to some kind of some kind of appearance deal or something. But, that happened. And then there was a segment where Flair hung out with the Street Profits.
Dude, I love Flair. Oh, man.
So, sorry guys, my allergies, don't mind the sniffing.
You've been doing too much crystal meth, haven't you, boy?
Oh, that coke, man. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, shit.
The, Ric Flair, speaking of coke, Ric Flair was hanging out with the Street Profits.
Oh, man. So they was probably hyped up as shit.
But I like the Street Profits. The NXT Toronto pay-per-view was the night before. If you guys haven't seen it. Street Profits kept their titles on that. Hell of a match. Ric Flair was hanging out with them here on one of the backstage segments. What do you think about that?
I thought it was pretty funny. I just enjoy seeing Ric Flair actually, still a part of WWE, actually coming around, making appearances, because I've been a fan of Ric Flair for, years, since fucking back in the Attitude Era, since he was, doing his crazy, crazy stuff. And I just love seeing him tonight, just hanging out with these guys, just having a good time.
Yeah, the Street Profits, they're on a roll right now. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. So, yeah, we went through all the matches there. Overall, what'd you think?
I will say, all in all, this pay-per-view, it started out, kind of light, because I was expecting more from the Lynch match. But Becky, she was overstelled. She won me over on that match. The two matches after that, there's kind of filler for me. Well, not the second one, actually. That was Goldberg's match, I'm sorry. That match was actually awesome. But the third match and the fourth match, that was, for me personally, like, they were good matches. I'm not taking away from that. But they were kind of filler. Then, like, the Shane match was actually really awesome. I loved the interference and just the stupidity that went on in that match. I loved it. Then you had the Trish Stratus match, and I just love seeing Trish come out and try to show everybody that she still has it, and she put on one hell of a match. I love that as well. Then you run on to Kofi. That match kind of let me down. I was hoping to see some kind of finish. I was hoping to see Kofi actually put Randy in his place and show him he is ready, but we didn't get that tonight. Then you get to the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, as he formerly was known. You get his debut, and it was awesome. I loved his attire, he put freaking Finn Balor away, which I expected him to have a rematch where Balor is actually the demon. Then you come to the main event, Seth and Brock. I was blown away. I did not expect Seth to actually win. I was expecting Brock coming to squash him. But Seth put on one hell of a defense, and he stole the show. He won the title. All in all, I'm giving the show 4 out of 5 stars. It was actually a really good show. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with him. I'm going to go 3.5. Just because, to me personally, there was a lack of, like, OMG moments on this.
Yeah.
No swerves. I kind of thought SummerSlam was kind of known for, like, big swerves and whatnot. Really didn't have... It's just a straightforward pay-per-view. But it was solid for the matches. 3.5, solid. Just a lack of, like, swerves and big moments.
Because the only big moments they had was, like
no interferences, no returns, no, big pops or anything, like, moment-wise. The crowd was on fire.
Yeah.
You can't get a better crowd than that one from Toronto. Solid 3.5, though.
Yeah, it was actually a really good pay-per-view, especially for SummerSlam.
Just in my opinion, there was a lack of, like, swerves, and
it would have been nice if they did, like, some more stuff between segments that was, like, a little bit crazier. But it was actually good matches. And that's what kind of sold it for me tonight.
Yeah, the matches were solid. And I kind of was thinking, we had heard the rumor Ronda Rousey would be on it. That didn't happen.
That would have been so awesome if she would have come out in the first match against Becky Lynch.
So there was kind of just a lack of huge swerves. But the matches themselves kind of made up for it.
I agree. Like, it was actually a really awesome show. Like,
what do you think?
SummerSlam, tonight it won me over. Like, it was a really awesome show. Like, besides, like you said, there could have been more moments in between, each match. Because during the matches, they loved it. But they could add some more funnier, maybe a little stupidity between each match or whatever.
Like a legend or some kind of...
Yeah, a little segment.
Some kind of shock finish to a match or something.
Like, I wish they would have had, like, more work with Christian and Edge, or, like, that would have been funny.
Yeah, the Christian Edge thing, or the Edge. Roman was missing on this.
Yeah.
They didn't really... They're still doing that storyline, so they're kind of dragging that out.
Oh, yeah. Which is, that's fine, though. As long as they're using him for something actually worth it, then I guess I'm cool with that,
So there you go, guys. You want to close this out here?
Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this guys up. Oh, man, we're about 30 minutes here. Wow. This is probably one of the longest videos we've uploaded on the channel.
Let us know what you guys think of this review and the comments that we made and our opinions.
Actually, yeah.
Your opinions. What did you guys think if you saw this?
Of course, and if you guys want to see this more in the future, if you want to see us like review other WWE pay-per-views or AEW pay-per-views or wrestling pay-per-views in general, let us know below for anything that you'd love to see. Leave a like, and as always, guys, remember to have an awesome rest of your day.